Yo, what is going on? You distilled Diglett. Today I'm coming at you with a different type of video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some gameplay from a tournament, an old format tournament that I'm playing in. I already won round 1 up against a Sylveon GX deck. These games are going to be from round 2, where I'm up against the BuzzRoc mirror. I'm playing BuzzRoc myself. This is the list that I am playing. And for those of you that don't know what BuzzRoc is all about, main attacker is the Buzzwole-GX with the Jet Punch in the early game. We got the Knuckle Impact for the big hit. We power him up through Max Elixir, just attaching for turn. Regirock boosts our damage. We got that 2/2 Lycanroc, mainly for the Bloodthirsty guys in the GX attack. You sometimes use the Claw Slash, but rarely. But being able to use have that extra gust effect on the turn through Bloodthirsty eyes, and then that big hit of Dangerous Rogue against most matchups. Can't really avoid filling up their bench. Can't really not avoid filling up their bench. So their bench is usually full enough for Dangerous Rogue to take a one shot. Tons of utility out of him. Got the Sudowoodo as kind of a clapback Pokemon with the Watch and Learn. If they hit us hard, we can hit them hard back. That much easier. We don't have to build up fully into the Knuckle Impact, or maybe we've already used our Dangerous Rogue, but then we can get one Max Elixir plus an attachment, use that Watch and Learn. I got 2 Mew in here because one of the main counters to the Buzzwole-GX is the Mew EX that says you copy any attack on your side of the field. Usually it's in Zoroark decks, and then Zoroark can be like, all right, DCE, knock out your Buzzwole by Mew copying Zoroark's Riotous Beating, and then you can respond with a Mew and a Buzzwole on my bench, or a Buzzwole on your bench with a basic energy and a choice band, and use Jet Punch with Mew to knock out their Mew EX. And get the return knockout on Tapu Lele, because we just want to be consistent. We don't want to not play the game because we can't draw a supporter. We still play Ultra Ball, so that's a way for us to find the Tapu Lele 2/2 Octillery for some added draw support, which combos super well because we do play Brooklet Hill because all of our Pokemon are fighting. So adding Octillery there and Brooklet Hill, being able to find water Pokemon is pretty nice as well. For Max Elixir, main way to accelerate up to the Knuckle Impact. Or just be able to get aggressive in the game in general. 4 Ultra Ball, like I mentioned, got to find our Pokemon somehow. There wasn't a whole ton of ways to find Pokemon back then besides the Ultra Ball. So we got 4 of those. 4 Guzma allows us to be aggressive, especially when play stuff like Ultra Ball, and 4 Professor Sycamore, discarding stuff a lot of times. So having them in there, or so many of them in there, because if we discard a couple throughout the game, we still have plenty to close out games. 4N, because it's really the only other good draw supporter. Like one format later, when I got 2nd place at LAIC 2018, 70, whatever, I played 2 Cynthia 2N, because we're usually the aggressive deck and rarely need the comeback from the end. It's usually our opponent ending us and then hoping we can draw out of whatever they end us into. Having some comeback potential through N is still nice, but yeah. So N is really the only other decent draw supporter right now, so that's why I play 4N. 4 Sycamore, and we got 4 choice banding here. Mainly play 4 because we want that combo with Mew, but just being able to Jet Punch early on, that much harder. A lot of people in a lot of matchups use Lele as their main attacker with the energy drive to kind of go up against the aggressive power of the Buzzwole with the Jet Punch early on. So just be able to even hit like Lele's harder with Jet Punch through choice band is nice. 3 Float Stone, gotta have some mobility when we open stuff like Rockruff Regirock and so on. But sometimes when we do open Rockruff, we don't really want him in the active. So, and then 4 Strong Energy and 10 basic fighting energy, trying to play as many of these as possible. Actually, in my list that I used when I got 2nd at LAIC, I played 3 strong, 11 basic fighting, because I really wanted to hit those Max Elixirs. We're playing 4 strong here because Gardevoir is a super popular deck in this format, so I want to be able to Jet Punch knock out Raltses on turn 1, turn 2, be a little bit more aggressive about taking those out of play. And yeah, that's the list I'm playing. That is BuzzRoc in this format. Let's go ahead and let's get into those games. All right, we're getting into our first game. I believe it is a mirror match. Yeah, we're playing up against a mirror match here. The BuzzRoc mirror. It's all right. Not the biggest fan of the mirror match, but it's not a terrible mirror match. Yeah, we will go first. So the way it has to work to play in this old format tournament is we have to go pass and pass once each to make up for the fact that can't play a supporter on the first turn with the current rule set on PTCGO. So I'll be going first, and I'll draw, and I'll pass, and my opponent will pass back to me, and then the game will start so I can play a supporter on my first turn. Here we go. Draw another basic fighting energy. Definitely not ideal to have another basic fighting energy in our hand. We open the Mew, which is okay. The rest of the hand is all right as well. But losing 2 basic fighting energy would be pretty rough. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out Brooklet Hill. I almost just want to like hold the hand for a turn possibly, and then go from there. But I'm not 100%. We just kind of want to chase whatever small dudes he puts on his bench. We'll probably end up with a Buzzwole in our active at the end of the turn, and the Mew will be on the bench. So I could go ahead and wait because I don't want to lose too many energy early on here. So I'm going to start with the Brooklet Hill, actually. Got the Regirock in there. Got the Remoraid, one Lycanroc. And, alright. Probably like, what, one basic fighting. Prize Day, Sycamore. I think I'm just going to grab a Remoraid here. Probably. Yeah, let's go with the Remoraid grab. Bench Rockruff, bench Buzzwole, test Strong to Buzzwole. I'm going to retreat, and then I'm just going to go ahead and pass. You can't attack on your first turn. Even though I can attack because we did the pass thing, you weren't allowed to attack on your first turn back then, so I have to pass and go like this. There's a lot of options for him to Jet Punch, but usually you focus down the Remoraid. Mew, focusing down Mew wouldn't be terrible either. Probably he'll have a turn 1 Jet Punch here. We'll kind of have to wait and see. I guess the only thing we'd be really scared of is if he had like a turn 1 Knuckle Impact, but we do have the Sudowoodo in our deck, so then we can respond with Sudowoodo. There's the Remoraid from our opponent, so that's what we want to focus on our turn. We're going to go after that Remoraid. We'll probably end up going like attached to Rockruff or the Mew, because Mew can copy Sudowoodo, which is a big deal in this matchup. To be able to use Mew to Mew copying Sudowoodo to do something else. There's a he has the turn 1 knockout on our Remoraid, so this is a really big knockout here from our opponent. Big knockout, and he gets the hit on my Mew. So we're in a little bit of trouble here. That's like a perfect turn 1 from our opponent. I can respond with a Knuckle Impact, though. That is what I have as an option. And I top decked the Octillery, of course. So I'm just going to go attach and Sycamore, and then we'll see what we draw. Yeah, we can respond with the Knuckle Impact here and then really put the pressure on him. We do have the Max Elixir, so I think that is what I'm going to go ahead and do here. I'm going to go ahead and thin out a Remoraid again, and then I will go with this Max Elixir. If we do hits, we do get that knockout. There we go. On there, we do have to put the Choice Band down, but that's fine. I'm going to mention another Buzzwole as well because N is in this format, and then I'm going to retreat and go ahead and use that Knuckle Impact for the knockout. Now, I could have gotten the Regirock instead of the Remoraid off the Brooklet Hill, or saved, waited to use the Brooklet Hill and get that, but I had the Choice Band, so I want to get this Octillery out and online as soon as I possibly can. So that's why we're going to go with that aggressive play there. Our opponent chose to go with that Guzma play turn 1. They don't have a whole ton set up and established now. Here comes the Octillery turn 2. But like, yeah, they didn't have a Rockruff down, so they can't respond with Rockruff GX attack. They could get Sudowoodo and then return knockout with the Sudowoodo as we see them grab the Sudowoodo. So this is a pretty good play that they can do in response. They have to find a Max Elixir and hit the Max Elixir still, but they got 4 left. So this is like kind of a perfect. That's like a really good turn 1 into a potentially really good turn 2 from our opponent. And we didn't even get the Jet Punch. I might have, if I didn't have Mew on my bench like this, I might have gone with Jet Punch, knock out my opponent's Remoraid instead if I had gotten a Lycanroc, which I didn't get. So that just wasn't an option for me there. So I kind of had very limited options there on my turn. Looks like they whiffed, and it's going to be the retreat and pass from our opponent. We top decked a Guzma. That is an insanely good top deck, if you didn't know. Allows us to play super aggressive here on our turn. So we're going to get out the Octillery. I think I'm going to already go ahead and grab the Regirock, and then we could actually go... I mean, there's so many things we could do. We just Jet Punch, knock out the Rockruff so they can't GX attack with Rockruff, and then the Sudowoodo's response isn't very good as well. Yeah, Jet Punch, knockout Rockruff sounds really good to me, taking away that GX attack, and then the Watch and Learn just not very good anymore. And then we have the Knuckle Impact available in the next turn. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to grab that Regirock. I'm going to attach to my Rockruff here, I think. I like my energy here on my Rockruff, yeah. And I'm going to go ahead, Guzma up there, Rockruff, go into the Mew, Octillery for 1 card. And I could have knocked out the Regirock with, really sped up the game by knocking out the Regirock with my guy, but it kind of felt unnecessary. I'm going to go ahead and Jet Punch the Sudowoodo. That way we can, like, Jet Punch it later on. It felt unnecessary to be that aggressive. I could have gone, you know, bring up this Regirock, use the Knuckle Impact, knock it out, but then the Sudowoodo gets to just a clean response, or then he also still has a Lycanroc as well, so that, like, gives them, like, too much to work with. If they get out of Buzzwole, they hit double Max Elixir, get an attached knockout. All right, that's fine. We'll let them have that. Then we just respond, knock it out with Lycanroc here. We GX attack with Lycanroc, knock out the Buzzwole, and then they'll GX attack, knock us out, and then we just need to KO this Sudowoodo with, like, a Jet Punch or something, and the game will be over. So that's going to be our game plan here. So we're in a pretty good spot. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. We're ahead on the prize trade. and we'll stay up on the prize trade for probably the rest of the game. I could have done the knuckle impact here, and then I still had the GX attack here. Maybe I should have been a little bit more aggressive, but it offered up this really easy response with the watch and learn. Kind of wanted to make them work a little bit harder for it, which we're seeing they have to do here. Whiffed the second Max Elixir, I believe, so they need to hit a third Max Elixir. They are really set up in the draw power, though. 2 Octillery set up, so they're drawing a lot of cards. We'll see if it's going to be enough for them. There's an N to 3. We have our artillery, so I'm not too worried about the end here at all. It's like, all right. Max Elixir is good to see. You can Max Elixir on this Mew, maybe. Don't need a second energy. And there's the concede. No surprise, no response. Like I said, they needed a lot to get that Buzzwole thing going. And even if they did, we're still ahead on the prize trade. And we can pretty easily take that first game. Okay, we're getting into game 2. My opponent's choosing to go first. As I did win game 1, they get the choice now. Opening hand. Once again, a little bit unfortunate with the amount of energy we have in it. But we do have a Jet Punch potential here, turn 1 with the Mew into whatever their active is, and especially if they do open a Buzzwole, we can hit for 120 off the rip. But unfortunately, we do lose 2 Strong Energy, which is the way we like to clean it up from there. So we're gonna draw these mulligans. Nothing to play down. Even more energy for us to now lose to a research. Here we go, pass, so that way he can play a supporter on his first turn, and maybe he'll end us. We have a really big hand here. We got 2 mulligan draws. Plus the card from the pass, so maybe he will just go ahead and end us, which would be super nice. I would really like an end here because my hand just has a lot of energy that I don't want to lose to the potential of what's it called? Maybe they don't have a draw supporter at all. Nope, there's the end. All right, thank goodness. I did not want to Sycamore that hand away. We didn't have to for the first couple turns potentially. Whoa, this hand could be crazy aggressive here. Oh goodness, yeah, we have some options here for sure. Sheesh. Yeah, we can just get we got double Max Elixir off the rip. That's pretty insane. Let's go ahead and start with I don't really want to start with Brooklet Hill, but what I could quick ball away a basic energy, and yeah, our hand is just crazy aggressive. So Lycanroc doesn't really do a whole ton unless we have bench Pokemon in play. So if we don't have any bench Pokemon in play, it's not that big of a deal. I'm gonna go with Ultra Ball here. Give her a Brooklet Hill and a basic energy. Grab a Buzzwole. Yeah, grab a Buzzwole. I'm gonna go ahead and bench Buzzwole. Attach Strong. I'm trying to think if there's multiple things I want off Brooklet Hill here. I guess I really only want... I mean, Remoraid and Rockruff would be nice, but if I put down both, it means he can knock him out. So I think we actually just want to go with a Rockruff here, and just give ourselves the chance to be more aggressive in what we're targeting down, and then play both Max Elixirs, 1 to the Buzzwole, and then Max Elixir again. Whiff, that's fine, and then go ahead and play this N. Yeah, I don't want to put a what's it called in player, and I think we will Jet Punch this. I think we'll set this up, take a hit, pressure the Rockruff as well. I don't see a reason not to do that. We are in a position, if I bench a third Pokemon here, he has a choice band here, so he could just go, that'd be 150 Strong Energy, or he has the choice band plus the Regirock, so that'd be 190. He would just knock me out with his GX attack if he wanted to. We have 2 energy on our Buzzwole, so we don't want that to happen. Maybe I overcommitted the energy here to my Buzzwole, because now if they do hit double Max Elixir, hit them both, Float Stone, attach like they're gearing up to hitting, they will knock out my Buzzwole. So maybe I did overextend here a little bit. Maybe I did. I guess we'll find out here. Opponent grabs the Remoraid off the Brooklet Hill. Buzzwole is missing a 1 more energy off the Max. I could have put the Max Elixir on the Rockruff and then just kind of chilled a little bit more maybe. If I had hit the second Max Elixir, definitely would have gone to the Rockruff, and I would have my energy split right now, which would have been fine. That's not the position we're looking to be in right yet. Here comes a Wonder Tag from my opponent. Probably going to grab themselves an N or a Research. Going with the Sycamore. Going with the Sycamore because they don't care about the other 2 cards in their hand. It was an Octillery and an Energy. It makes sense. Question is, do they get the Float Stone Max Elixir or not? There's a Lycanroc, so it looks like they're going to settle for a Jet Punch on one of my dudes on my bench. Probably Jet Punch my Rockruff. Yep. But now we're going to be able to respond with the Knuckle Impact. Knock out this Buzzwole. And then once again, it's going to be hard for them to respond. They are down, they can respond with the Sudowoodo. Sudowoodo is like their due to respond with here. So I'm going to send up Mew. We'll also see what our top deck gives us. Maybe it'll change what we want to do. It's a Remoraid. I don't think it changes too much there. So we're going to get this knockout here on our opponent's Buzzwole. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I think we just go for it. I can't come up with a better line of play. Then once again, force them to have that Sudowoodo response. So I'm going to go attach, bench, Float Stone, Sycamore. 2, 2, 4. That is a lot of Guzmas. Once again, I don't want the Lycanroc to be able to knock me out. I mean, I have what? I have 160 left. They're doing 130, 140. So with the strong energy, the Lycanroc takes the knockout anyways. So maybe I should just go ahead and grab myself a... well, I can always just respond with Sudowoodo on my turn. So we're just going to pretend we're going to... yeah, we're going to play like we're going to be able to respond with Sudowoodo then. Knuckle Impact here, get this knockout. And then we'll just respond with Sudowoodo, or attempt to respond with Sudowoodo if they do knock this thing out. But we're going to force them to get the knockout first, I think. We do have 2 Max Elixirs left. Yeah, 3 Guzma in hand. We have, if they do not knock out this Buzzwole next turn, we have a very good hand if they do not knock out this Buzzwole. Our hand is very good to respond to them not knocking out this Buzzwole. However, they probably will knock out the Buzzwole. We'll wait and see. I mean, maybe they'll whiff, but have a feeling they'll be okay and be able to definitely knock out our Buzzwole. Here comes a Max Elixir. It is a hit, so here comes that response. Watch and learn. From there, we're just going to go into Jet Punch, hit the Sudowoodo, hit the card bank. They'll be down to 3 prize cards. And yeah, we'll be in a pretty good spot. We'll just respond with Jet Punch and just like soften up the Sudowoodo, take out this card bank, draw that prize card before it breaks and gets more HP. I assume they play the card bank break. I guess they could not. They might not play the card bank break. I'm just kind of assuming they play it. Yeah, there's really no way for me to be aggressive right now on the field. So can just take it chill. Well, the Max Elixir does change things a little bit. Go ahead, Brooklet Hill. Grab the Buzz. Play a Max Elixir. Got a hit to the Buzz. Attach to the Buzz. Get the thing a little bit more powered up. Choice Band to the Buzz. And then play N. I don't want to put anything else down. Once again, don't want Lycanroc-GX attack to do anything. Got some cards. Nothing very good. I'm going to go ahead and mention that. So getting a prize card here seems pretty good. Go ahead, Jet Punch. Yeah, knock out the card bank before it breaks. This does open up for them to bench a Buzzwole and now hit their last 2 Max Elixirs, hit both Max Elixirs and knock us out. But pretty unlikely to happen. They might have to just go watch and learn to Jet Punch back, which is optimal for us in this situation for that to be their play on the turn. We did get that Octillery out of the prize cards that was prized, so that's super good because right now it was looking a little janky. All of a sudden, it's looking pretty decent actually. And I'm looking to make a play, probably like a Knuckle Impact next turn on their Lycanroc or something. Once again, we limited our bench so that Dangerous Rogue, they can't take advantage of it. They put that early energy on the Rockruff, and it's kind of been trapped here this whole time. That's the thing with Lycanroc. It's like, it's really good up until the point where your opponent just, you know, doesn't put down bench Pokemon and you can't do anything. So it's really good up until that point, and then from there, it's kind of like, well, not as good anymore. And that's what we kind of done here by limiting our bench, keeping our bench super small, not letting him take advantage of that Dangerous Rogue GX attack at all throughout this game, chilling with a small bench. That energy has been trapped there that whole game, that energy they put down earlier. This is also what happens with Sudowoodo too. You attack with Sudowoodo, you get the watch and learn. It's a nice response. But then if I just follow up with the Jet Punch, and it's a nice Jet Punch like I had where I was able to still get a knockout on my turn. Once again, kind of in a unfortunate situation for my opponent. They got a lot of energy trapped in places where it's pretty much useless. And we have a Knuckle Impact set up on our next turn. It's like a very hard response for our opponent here to get a knockout. Pretty easy for us to get a Knuckle Impact. Oh, it looks like a Claw Slash they can possibly do. There's that multi-switch. Oh, Dangerous Rogue. They're just going to go ahead and hit me 140. This does set up. No, I got 50 HP left. This is looking pretty good for us. I'm feeling like we're in a pretty good spot here. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Got 1 Max Elixir left. All right. He can Jet Punch knock this out, and then Jet Punch knock something else out. So we just need to worry about chasing that Sudowoodo. That is our game plan. I don't think our Sudowoodo is ever coming into play now that they've GX attacked. I'm going to Ultra Ball away. And actually, is that their 3rd Buzzwole? That is their 3rd Buzzwole. But I think we should just Knuckle Impact this, draw prize cards. Yeah, that feels good to me. So I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball away these 2. Grab myself probably a Remoraid, and then we'll go ahead and Brooklet Hill out the Rockruff. Yeah, grab Remoraid. Brooklet Hill, grab the Rockruff. Go ahead and special hand for 3. Just need an energy here to take this knockout. Got an energy. It's a strong energy. I would have preferred the non-strong energy. Attach. And this guy is going to be our last, ideally be our last prize cards here. Bench the Buzzwole just to get that out of the deck as well, because it could still end us next turn. And go ahead and Knuckle Impact for the knockout. They shouldn't have a way to draw 3 prize cards, unless I'm completely missing something here. They shouldn't have a way to draw 3 prize cards on their next turn. They were a little bit short to actually set this guy up. If they had a strong energy, this turn. They could have hit for 20 more damage, putting him at 160, and then they could have brought up my Mew and then gone Jet Punch, knock out Mew, knock out Buzzwole for 3 prize cards at the end. But they're a little short here, which means it's pretty good for us. This guy's got 60 HP left, and we can get a Strong Energy. We need a Strong Energy or a Max Elixir hit on the Rockruff, and then we can bring this thing up, Jet Punch, knock it out, because we do have a Regirock in our deck still. And then we're pretty much all set up for that. We got the Octillery. We can draw again with another Octillery potentially. There's a Guzma, so that's not great. Here's a Jet Punch, pressuring my Mew. And we can also get the Max Elixir Lycanroc play as well. So Mew's going to go up here. We're not going to fill up our bench spot yet because we still have that Tapu Lele, so we get Tapu Lele for the Sycamore. And that's going to be our game plan here. So we draw for turn. Second Octillery is pretty nice. We don't want to get the Regirock yet either, though, because that could also conflict with our game plan. Because we can still do the Max Elixir play as well. Start with the Abyssal Hand to see what we get. Okay, we got the Lycanroc. Bring up the... I can't think of a better way to do this. Yeah, now that we have both Lycanrocs in hand, this feels like we're kind of cornered into this line of play. We just need to hit a Strong Energy, which we have 2 of left. So we're going to go ahead and Lycanroc. Bring up the Pseudo. Bench the Regirock. I'm going to use Octillery now to go ahead and draw cards. And then I'm going to go into the Sycamore. 19 card deck, 1 Strong Energy left, or 2 Strong Energy left. And there's the hit. All right, we win 2-0 here over our opponent in the BuzzRoc mirror match. Hey, some pretty good games, close games. The BuzzRoc mirror match always kind of bouncing on a knife's edge of Max Elixir hits and whatnot, but we're able to pull it out. Super sick games. I love playing this format. Stinks that the turn 1 rules are a little bit gimmicky with, like, you know, the pass thing, but it's still pretty clean games overall. GG to my opponent. And gonna be coming at you guys hopefully with the future rounds of this tournament. This was round 2. Round 1 I beat a Sylveon GX, like I mentioned. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the game, some throwback format here. And I do similar stuff like this on my like I mentioned, on my Twitch stream. So if you guys ever want to challenge me to some retro format, some old standard format games, I do the retro challenge streams usually once a week over on the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/AzulGG. Check it out. Have a good day. Thanks for watching, and peace.